Man, people think this being chosen shit or this being spiritually attuned shit is sweet. When really, it's not. You feel me? I mean, it has its pros and cons, just like everything in life, you know? It come with the good and the bad. But when you're a real, true chosen one, and you really have a righteous spirit for real, and you really walking by Allah or God, universe, whatever you want to say. Allah, God, same thing. Allah just means the God in Arabic. You feel me? When you really walk, I say Allah or a universe. Allah is all law. The universe, God, same thing, right? But when you really walking by Allah or God or the universe, you go through spiritual warfare the most, bro. Like for real. You go through spiritual warfare the most, the hardest. You know what I mean? You go through it the most, bro. The attacks. You know what I'm saying? The spiritual attacks and the tangible attacks from people around you. And it's funny how you go through all these attacks, right? And you come out stronger each time. The attacks don't ever really break you. That's how you know you chosen for real. When you go through all this shit, you don't walk through the fires. I'm talking about you don't walk through fire. And you didn't come out without a burn. You don't even look like the pain you've been through. You don't look like what you've been through. That's how you know you have blessings over you. You feel me? Your life sometimes gets used as testimonial proof for God's existence. See, when people doubt you and they attack you or they turn against you, they betray you, stab you in the back, do all this type of negative shit, what they don't realize is they really just pushing you into your purpose even further. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that God is using you and them. The whole situation is being used as proof that he exists. And when I say he, I don't want you to get caught up or confuse my message. I'm saying he out of habit, really, though, because that's how normally we normally refer to God as we say he. But you get what I'm saying, right? This intelligence that the same intelligence that's responsible for creating the stars and creating the heavens, creating the earth, that's what I'm talking about. It's a conscious energy. It's consciousness. It sees all. So while people think that they getting over and they really hurting you and they playing all these types of games and shit, they really just pushing you further into your purpose. See, all that pain that you suffered, that shit get turned into personal power. All your wounds that you have, they're not weaknesses. That's the birthplace of your wisdom. You feel me? Your anger that you go through get turned into passion. You don't let the pain put you down. You turn it into personal power. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you're a real chosen one for real, because you're naturally a spiritual alchemist. You know how to transform situations. You don't let the negativity or the people's evil ways and shit like that damper your spirit and turn you sour. You may feel mad or some shit. You may get heated and angry in a moment, yeah. That's normal. But after a while, you just be like, you know what? I'm gonna let that shit go. And then you go right back to loving. You forgive people very easily. You forgive people very easily. You never forget, but you forgive them very easily, because whether you subconsciously know or consciously know, whether subconsciously or consciously, you know that your your heart has to be as light as a feather. You feel me? So you don't hold on to people's shit. You don't hold on grudges. You know what I'm saying? You don't resent people for their shit. You love them anyways. That's what they don't get. People put you through all this bullshit, right? See, what they trying to do is, what some people try to do is, being that they carry around impurities in their heart, and being that we live in a spiritual warfare, what the enemy tries to do is, it's not them. It's the enemy operating through them. What you have to realize is this before I say what I was about to say. Okay? Whenever somebody is not close to the Most High, or just not close to God, Allah, universe, whenever somebody's not spiritually attuned, right? Attuned, rather. Their bodily temple is more susceptible to being hijacked by negative spirits. So you think it's them, but really it's the enemy operating through them. That's why they can be cool with you one minute, then the next minute, you see what I'm saying? They be like, it's be like, what the fuck? They switch up on you. You know what I'm saying? But so the enemy see that you have a good heart, right? And so what he does is he uses people as a pawn to do little fucked up shit to you in attempt to dampen your spirit so that you can eventually become like them and have a fucked up heart like them. That's what he wants you to do, because once you do that, then you fail the test. See, God put you through all this shit, bro, on purpose. See what I'm saying? It's a test to see if you can still walk in your light even while being surrounded in darkness, because that's what your light is for. That's what it was for in the first place. You carry this light that was meant to be carried into the darkest of places. The darkest of places. The light, let me say it again. The light you carry was meant to go walk into the darkest of places. All right? So that you can reveal hidden truths. You was meant to be a testimonial. You're meant to be a testimony that God exists. God gonna show people that he exists through you, through your life, right? That's why all the naysayers, all the doubting, all the betrayals, the backstabbing, the backdoor, all this little sneaky funny shit, the gossiping, the whispering behind your back, he gonna prepare your table right in front of all of them. Right in front of all of them, bro. And they gonna have to watch you eat. And that's not to say, like, that's not for you to feel cocky or like, out of you don't be bitter about it. It's like I said, you're being used this is all a part of your assignment. So it's not for arrogance. This is a part of the assignment. It was already written in the stars. It was supposed to happen. People think they can play with the chosen ones, or they can play with God's people and get away with that shit. Okay, and so God is using you. Your life was already ordained. All this shit was set up before you even got here. The enemy knew who the fuck you was too. All this shit was ordained, divinely orchestrated. You feel me? You're a living testimony of the truth that the covenant exists. I'm telling you, man. So the pain you go through, don't personalize these attacks. Like I tell y'all, don't personalize it. Alchemize it. Transform that pain into personal power. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Turn that anger into passion. You feel me? You take your raw experience and you turn it into medicine for other people to heal from. Okay? Like I said, you take your raw experience, the shit that you go through. You take your own experience, because a lot of people go through the same shit and you don't even realize it. You think that you're alone out here, but it's a lot of people out here that go through the same shit you go through. And they just waiting on the confirmation. Okay? And that confirmation could come through you once you share your story. So you take your raw experience and you speak on that shit. You speak on that truth. You have a message for a reason. God put you through shit, and he gave you a message and a mouthpiece for a reason. Utilize it. That's all a part of your purpose. Speak your truth. Don't dim your light. You've been silent for too fucking long. You've been silent for too fucking long. Speak your light. Let the truth be known, because it's going to come to the light anyway. This shit going to come to the light anyway, bro. And realize that, like I said, you take your raw experience, what you go through, you use it, and you put it out there. You show other people, how to heal from it. That's how they learn how to heal, from you turning your raw experience into medicine. And realize this: before every divine elevation, there's a divine revelation. God gonna always expose your enemies right in front of you before he brings you to the next level. You can't be brought to the next level until you know who the fuck the hidden enemy is around you, because otherwise you'll take them with you and you'll fuck up the blessing. And God foresees shit. Okay? Which is your higher self. Your higher self, Allah, God, the universe, the most highest aspect of self, foresees this shit. You foresee it, really. But there's different aspects of you. It's the part of you that you don't necessarily always operate from, because you're so busy. You mostly operate from the physical you. But there's another part of you that exists that foresees everything. That's what religion's called God. because they don't realize that's actually a part of themselves. They don't realize the connection. So that's what I mean when I say God. I'm just using it as a short term instead of going all into detail. But God foresees shit. Okay? It's the same thing as what I told you in my last video, that things that don't vibrationally match with your new timeline it's gonna eventually break down. It's the same thing. The people that is being exposed in front of you, they don't vibrationally match with the blessings that await you. So they can't come. But you have to realize that, like I said, before every great elevation, there's a process of elimination and revelation. He's gonna remove people from you. He's gonna expose them first, then remove you from it. No, you're gonna be removed from this shit first, so you can take the stand back and see what's going on, and then it's gonna be exposed to you. Right? But none of that happens. None of that would be happening if you wasn't about to be elevated. So don't let that shit tear you down when it happens. See it as a sign of progression. See it as a sign that you're about to be elevated. That's why I told you, before things go before things go right, they always go left. This is a part of it. Hidden enemies that's operating around you being exposed. You see? Don't let the betrayal and the backstabbing tear you down. See, all the betrayal and the backstabbing, what it does is it strengthens your discernment. All the fake love that you're getting, all the fake support, all that shit, it's showing you what real love looks like when it arrives. You see? It's all for a reason, bro. It's all for a reason. So don't let that shit tear you down, man. This is a message to my chosen ones, bro. Because we all going through similar shit like this, man. We living in wicked times, man, where, you know what I mean? And see, the reason why, and let me tell you this too, the reason why the enemy has to operate through the people closest to you, because you may wonder, why the fuck does it always have to be the closest ones to you, though? Like, we know it's the closest ones to us, but why? I'm going to tell you why. Because the closest ones to you, you have more of a psychological and emotional attachment to them. So it's going to hit you harder when it comes from them. It wouldn't do no good for the enemy to operate within people that you don't care about or that's distant from you. Because then it wouldn't serve no good as far as impacting you. What would be the point of that? So he uses the one closest to you, often the ones that you was around most of your life, on purpose, because those are the ones that you have the most psychological and emotional attachment to. See, it's not them, it's the enemy operating through them. And this is why you subconsciously be knowing this shit. That's why you're always trying to put them on game and tell them shit to get them more spiritually attuned, okay? Because that's your way of getting them right so that the enemy can't operate through them. But whenever you do, it just falls upon deaf ears. They don't seem to hear you. They don't seem to hear you. They either disregard it, or they play around. They play like they already knew. Oh yeah, I knew that. All that type of shit. Or they become envious and they become disturbed when you talk about spiritual shit or you talk about God. They get disturbed by it. So it's just like they're making these conscious decisions to do this. They're conscious. They're willingly choosing the darkness. And God is telling me to tell you to stop trying to save people. You feel me? Stop trying to save people, bro, that don't want to be saved. Because all you're doing is wasting your energy. You draining your spirit. You could be putting all that energy into people that need it. People that's going through the same shit you're going through. You could be putting that energy into them. People who really going to utilize what you're giving them. If the information that you're giving isn't coming, if it don't circulate back to you somehow, then you're wasting energy. See, when you put it into people that utilize your shit, when you give your information to people who utilize it, who actually apply it in their lives, you're multiplying them, and you're also multiplying yourself. You adding on to them, which is you're multiplying you and them, because that shit returns back to you. So it's circulating. But when it's going to a dead end and nothing is being done about it, you're wasting energy. You just subtracting from yourself, and you're not getting nothing added back onto you. And it's not about doing shit for anything in return either. But that's just the universal law of energetic exchange. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, you'll drain yourself doing that. So stop trying to save motherfuckers, bro. You feel me? Who don't want to be saved. Save all of that energy for the people who need to be saved, who want to be saved, who looking for a way out, who gonna take your knowledge and take heed and apply it to their lives for real. That's who you spread the information to. Other than that, you keep quiet, and you don't never want to become resentful and be like them. The goal is to never become like the people who do you wrong, bro. Never become like them. You turn all that pain, all that chaos into clarity. Turn that pain into personal power. Don't become like you want to what's the word? Retaliate. Don't become reactive. Don't try to retaliate. It's okay to feel mad and angry about it and hurt that's okay. Feel that pain. Let it go. Let it pass through you. Don't run from it either, because then you're just gonna create shadows. Feel that pain. Observe it. Let it go. Let it flow. Heal from it. Let it teach you. You know what I'm saying? Pain is a teacher, bro. Especially for the chosen ones. Alright? Don't become like the ones who do you dirty, bro. You feel me? Don't retaliate. The karma is real. You feel me? Karma is very, very real, bro. Y'all better study the planetary alignments, because it's so many alignments taking place up above that's responsible for a lot of this exposure. It's not fully responsible, but it's playing a role it plays a major role into a lot of this revealing that's going on right now. The planetary alignment, like I say, as above, so below. When there's shifts taking place up above, there's shifts taking place down below. It's certain planets that embody certain energies, and when they get closer to the Earth, it has an impact. Like Pluto. Pluto is like the hidden planet. It represents, it symbolizes hidden truths and shit like that. You feel me? Deconstructing false structures, and that's why a lot of shit is going on like that, bro. Political systems ain't as strong as they used to be. Shit, just seeing everything falling apart, because that's that exposure happening. You feel me? Pay attention, man. Pay attention, bro. You feel me? But this chosen one this shit ain't all peaches and cream, bro. Yeah, it's good size. You feel me? It's peaches too. And it's peaches and cream, but it's not just peaches and cream. You feel me? This shit is also get sour. This shit sweet and sour, sweet and sour sauce. You feel me? Like, not for real. Like, it's come with pros and cons. Don't think becoming spiritual, it's gonna be all fine and dandy. Yeah, it's like I said, it's good that come with it, and it's always bad that come with it. Good and negative and positive coexist always. So whenever you on a righteous path, you're gonna face opposition. Especially when you wake up and remember who you is. You feel me? You're gonna face that opposition, bro. That's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? When you walking that righteous path and you remember who you is for real in life and your purpose, the sole purpose why you came here, that's when the enemy gonna start to assemble opposition through the people closest to you. I'm telling you. I'm speaking from experience, bro. I'm not just on here just chatting. You feel me? But yeah, man, I ain't gonna speak too much, bro. Take heed to this message, bro. If you gotta play this shit back, play it back. Share the message. Spread the word. Spread the word. You feel me? Spread the word, man. Like the video up. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel. You know what I mean? And with that being said, man, peace, love, and prosperity, man. May blessings and love and peace be upon you and your family, man. Until the next time we meet.